Do you ever wonder if your prices are way too low and you're just guessing how much to charge clients? The truth is, your business looks like one of these vehicles, and each one should price differently. And after working with many freelancers and seeing the same mistakes over and over, I built a simple pricing system for all three. So in this video, I'm going to show you which vehicle you currently are and the exact system you can use to finally set your prices with confidence. Before we dive into the pricing system though, we need to take a step back and figure out where you are right now in your business. You see, the price you charge is directly related to the size of the problem you solve. For example, if you're a photographer just starting out, no client testimonials, no portfolio, no real experience or proof that you can do what you say, you can't expect to charge the same rates as someone who's been in the game for years and built up tons of credibility. That's why to build a pricing system that works, you first need to understand where you are. Because in my opinion, not every freelancer should charge the same prices. Your experience, your demand, and the size of the problems you solve decide your price. It's like comparing different vehicles. Each one moves at a different speed, covers different distances, and requires different levels of skill. If you're just starting out, you're like a bicycle. You're making progress, but you don't have a lot of client proof yet, and you're mainly solving smaller, straightforward problems. Once you've gained some traction, you become a motorbike. You're faster, more powerful, and can handle bigger challenges. You've got testimonials, recurring clients, and some demand building up. At the end, you become a private jet. You don't just solve problems, you create massive transformations. Clients come to you because you've proven you can deliver, your brand stands out, and your time is in high demand. So depending on whether you're a bicycle, a motorbike, or a private jet, your pricing has to match, otherwise you either sell yourself short or push away the right client. So now that you know where your business stands, let's have a look at what strategy is available for each type of vehicle. Because if you try to price yourself like a private jet when you're still a bicycle, you'll get ghosted. But if you stay priced like a bicycle when you've become a motorbike or a jet, you'll burn out before you realize. When you're at the bicycle stage, it's not about maximizing your price, but proving you can ride without falling off. This is the stage where testimonials and content for your portfolio matters the most. We have to be realistic. If you're entering very competitive niche, sometimes offering value at a discount is completely normal. And that's nothing new. Alex Hormozy did the same thing when he started, offering free marketing and lead generation to local gyms just to build his portfolio and social proof. Plenty of successful people started the same way, and while it's not always easy because of the cost of living, sometimes you've just got to push through the early grind because starting out is always the hardest part. This isn't about lowering your value. It's about selling the idea that clients get in early, working with someone who's growing fast before your prices go up. That way, working with you starts to look like a pretty smart decision. Focus on getting 5 to 10 pieces of solid proof, testimonials, case studies, real projects you can point to. And then as you gain experience, you level up to a motorbike. Now you're moving faster, you've got a few case studies, recurring clients, maybe even some inbound inquiries. Clients are no longer gambling by hiring. They're working with a professional who can solve real problems more efficiently and with better quality. But again, how you sell the idea matters even more now. Because if you're still framing yourself like a bicycle, offering deep discounts and solving simple solutions, you'll never be respected like a motorbike. In terms of pricing, we get a bit more strategic. Start by setting your prices high enough to cover at least 1.5 times your basic monthly living expenses. If it costs you £2,000 to live, your goal is to consistently generate at least £3,000 a month. Then you watch the two most important signals: how full your calendar is getting and how quickly clients say yes to your quotes. If you're booked 4 weeks ahead and clients are barely blinking before agreeing to work with you, that's a signal it's time to raise your prices by 10 to 15%. Because remember, what increases when demand goes up? That's right, prices. It's basic supply and demand. As you're moving forward, you can gradually start shaping your work calendar to fit your life rather than squeezing your life inside your work calendar. Motorbike freelancers who figure this out are the ones who eventually earn the right to fly. Finally, if you keep delivering and selling better, you reach the private jet stage. At this level, you're not just solving problems, you're transforming the business of your clients. They're choosing you because they trust you to deliver and because they know you're not cheap. At this stage, you're not pricing for hours worked or the effort. Every project becomes a custom quote based on the outcome value to the client. If you create £50,000 of value for a client, charging 10 to 20% of that value is fair and ethical. The biggest shift here is that you no longer price for income. You price for time freedom, lifestyle, and creative space. Because in my opinion, success isn't just about making more money, it's about making enough money with enough freedom to actually live. But the thing is, moving through these stages doesn't happen overnight. It requires you to deliver more value and sell that value better. And both of these levers need to move at the same time, because if you deliver great results but sell badly, you stay underpriced. And if you sell yourself hard but don't improve delivery, you damage your brand over time. So you need to deliver better, sell better, and every time you do, your vehicle gets an upgrade. Because you need to remember, at the bicycle stage, pricing is about proving yourself. At the motorbike stage, pricing is about sustaining yourself. And at the private jet stage, pricing is about freeing yourself. But the thing is, even at the top of your game, some things are simply out of your hand. If you want to know how Trump tariffs are affecting freelancers, watch the video here.